Top of the morning to you lassies. Have yourself a seat and get yourself a beverage. Because today we're talking about my clay PC, which is currently in the closet because I had to retake this. I'm not about to take it back out again. Oh god, look at this. This thing weighs like 50 pounds. How am I gonna get it out of here? But I was supposed to do a very smooth like pickup, show you guys the thing, but what are you gonna do? So here it is, the story of my clay PC. But first, let me point out this new setup. I got a light here, I got a light here, I got a new fluid head tripod, and I'm a little bit blinded right now, so if I look like a deer in some headlights, it's probably because I am very similar to a deer in two headlights right now. So let's get into the story. So like I said, it all started my senior year of high school. I was young, I was confident, I was dumb, and I decided to embark on what is probably one of the dumbest ideas for a PC building project that's ever been conceived. Little Slash, the genius that he was, decided he was gonna make a clay computer case for his AP art project. That's right, boys and girls, I am an AP level artist. I'm a man of many talents. I got coding, I build a computer, I can do a little art, a little Pablo Picasso for you, you know? I'm a mixed bag, man. You never know what's gonna come next. But anyways, so I was supposed to build this project in about a week or two, and it ended up taking about 3 months. When you think about it, a clay computer case is really not the best idea for a PC. That's why I say this was probably one of the stupidest ideas you've ever had. When you have a PC, you want the case to provide very good airflow. That's pretty much the main purpose of the case. You want it to hold your parts, and you want it to move the air thusly. However, since it was made out of clay, it was pretty much just like a brick oven. It sealed all the heat in. There was only one exhaust fan, which barely, it spun at like 500 RPM, so it's just a little air is trickling out, and then meanwhile we have this Dell Optiplex, like ancient CPU, just pumping all this heat into the case. And this thing, once I built it, it's actually now in pieces, but it was running at one time, and the specs were decent. It had a Core 2 Quad, I believe, or Core 2 Duo. It was one of those really old, either dual-core or quad-core CPUs. But the GPU did make up for it. It had a GTX 750 Ti in it at the time, but since then I've taken that out and I've replaced it with like some like GT 610 or something. But I turned this thing on, I had it all built, I felt so good, I was like, yes! I've spent 3 months on this thing, this is gonna be the best, even though it really looked bad. I turn it on, and instantly, I hear the fans start revving up, revving up, revving up, as I open HW monitor and I look, and the temperature's going up, going up, going up. The thing hit 100 degrees Celsius within like the first 3 minutes of just staying in idle, and it powered itself off every time. There's nothing I could do. I could maybe drill another hole, get another fan in there, but I think that would just be a lost cause. This thing was made out of clay. It was trapping in heat, there was no air moving, it was just a mess. I had a big old hot CPU in there just chugging along. Even though it had this massive heat sink, it wasn't enough to nearly, you know, get anything done. I couldn't download Steam, I didn't have enough time to do any benchmarks or anything, and that's really the story of my clay PC. My teachers were pissed because I've been working on this thing for 3 months. They're like, it's time to move on to other projects, Robert. What the heck are you doing? And I was like, you know, but I really like this case and I'm going to keep working on it. So I just frequently disobeyed my teachers. Don't do that, guys. I kept building this thing. My grade dropped because I was just half-assing all my other projects. It was a mess. So, clay PC case. Do I think it could be executed? Yeah, I think it could. you just gotta take into account that airflow problem. Get like 4 fans in there maybe, tops, and think more about the design, because my design, as you can see in these clips, there are big gaps in between the clay panels, and you can't just build a clay PC. You can't just take, you know, 6 slabs of clay and make a rectangle and put it in there, because it's a very unstable structure. It's not gonna fire properly. You gotta build it onto some kind of base, and that's also because I had some holes that needed to be drilled to put in those copper pipes, and you can't pre-drill holes into clay like that, because when you fire it, depending on the water content in the clay, it's gonna shrink, and you can't really predict how much the clay is gonna shrink. So I had to have some kind of sturdy platform to build around, so I decided to just take a whole bunch of clay slabs, kind of mosaic it in a way, and then just fill in the cracks. But it ended up not looking good because I was a senior in high school. I didn't take pride in my work. Well, I did take pride in my work, I just didn't know how to execute, so it looked really sloppy. I got plaster all over it. It just ruined the look of the clay. You could see the plywood sticking through. Initially it was supposed to be completely covered in clay, guys. It wasn't supposed to just have these giant wood pieces exposed, but the clay's fallen off and now you just have bare wood. It used to look a little bit better, not that much better. It's always looked pretty crap, but that's the story of my clay PC, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Wish I could get you some benchmarks, but the thing is in disarray and it really doesn't run that well. So, like I said, I think this idea could be executed. I think you need a better man than me to do it, though. Maybe Linus. Ask Linus to do it. Make a clay PC, Linus. Freaking do it, man. So, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, leave a like, and comment what you think about this story. We got story time with Slash. It's a beautiful thing, man. We got these new lights. Hopefully I look all lit up, and let me know what you think about the quality. So, I'll see you all later. Hope you have a good time. Use my Amazon associate links and eBay associate links to support my channel if you'd like, and support me on Patreon if you'd like. I also have a little merchandise store. You can get a beautiful shirt. You can't get this shirt. It's my shirt. But you can get a shirt that supports the channel. Has a little CPU frying an egg on it, actually. So it's kind of relevant to this story. Hope you all have a good night. See y'all later. Peace.